手机生态、汽车生态、体育生态、互联网金融生态等7个子生态。每一个子生态都是以用户为核心的开放的闭环生态系统的具体应用。依托互联网子生态，各垂直领域的子生态之间相互关联、协同化反，不断改变人们的互联网生活方式，持续改善人类。
尊敬的各位来宾，本次会议即将开始，请您尽快就座，并将手机等通讯设备关闭或置于静音状态。谢谢您的合作。
Ladies and gentlemen, the event will begin shortly. Can we please ask for you to kindly take your seats? We would like to remind you again to switch off all mobile phones and put electronic devices to silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation.
《芈月传》已成为经典。乐视音乐首创 Live House 精品演出付费模式，是高品质互联网音乐现场品牌产业链垂直整合的先行者。乐视体育拥有互联网体育最强大的团队，拥有超过250项的赛事版权。乐视体育进行了跨产业链重构，实现了全程的体育赛事直播。乐视超级自行车重新定义了自行车的每一个元素，开创了全新的骑行体验。乐视超级电视标配世界领先的操作系统 EUI， 第一电视应用市场和强大的云视频支撑。第4代超级电视 Max 65 Blade 全球最薄的 4K 分体电视，形成了领先的产品价值。乐视超级电视2015年销量突破300万台，销量冲击行业第1。乐视超级手机让手机由智能时代进入生态时代。乐 Max 持续成为3000家价位销售冠军。乐 ES 预售打败现货模式，夺京东新品及1000元旗舰双冠，获双11全电商平台新品单日销售纪录。乐 Max Pro 搭载骁龙820惊艳亮相。乐视商城已跃居 B2C 电视 Top 3。919乐迷节已成为中国3大电商节之一。乐视美国商城为海外消费者提供最领先技术的乐视智能终端产品。乐视唯一实现6屏运营的公司。乐视4计划全速前进，以用户的期望重塑汽车产业，实现电动化、智能化、社会化、互联网化，无缝连接，一云多屏。随着投资电装、易到用车加入乐视生态，从未来定义未来，再从未来定义现在的超级汽车，变革汽车产业，打造垂直整合的互联网智能交通生态系统。乐视云平台覆盖全球，首创 WaaS 模式，目前已具备业界最大的超10T 带宽储备规模，超过650个 CDN 节点，遍布全球60多个国家和地区。乐易互联、互联网金融等垂直业务领域，围绕乐视生态打造具有创意性的金融、亲子、智能家居等产品与服务。目前，乐视全球化的步伐正沿着北落归线全球布局。乐视生态在美国、印度、香港已经或正在全面落地。未来，开放的乐视生态将打破产业边界，打破组织和国家的边界，不仅仅为中国用户，还能够让全球用户享受到生态化反所创造的全新价值的产品和服务。
只有被99%的人嘲笑过的梦想，才有资格谈那1%的成功。
只要我们敢于做那些99%的人都不看好的事情，为了梦想，永远无知无畏，执着蒙眼狂奔，就能成就颠覆。乐视有信心打破边界，颠覆创新，成为时代的雄鹰，成长为全球化的世界级公司，成为引领下一个时代的创新者。
选择明天，就要放弃昨天。
想飞，就别怕被枪打。
你可以讨厌我，但你无法忽视我。
只有被99%的人嘲笑过的梦想，才有资格谈那1%的成功。蒙眼狂奔的我们，向更美的生态世界前进。乐视，让我们共享生态世界。
尊敬的各位来宾，本次会议将于1分钟之后开始，请您尽快就座，并将手机等通讯设备关闭或置于静音状态。谢谢您的合作。
Ladies and gentlemen, the event will begin shortly in 1 minute. Can we please ask for you to kindly take your seats? We would like to remind you again to switch off all mobile phones and put electronic devices to silent mode. Thank you for your cooperation.
抢摘新鲜嫩芽，哇！释放清新茶味，亲近自然，统一绿茶。
时代需要互换颠覆性的变化，全球需要颠覆性的创新。现阶段，全球范围内许多引以为傲的传统产业，已经开始成为阻碍人类社会进步的障碍。未来10年，中国的企业将会引领全球经济进入互联网生态时代。乐视，最具创新基因的互联网生态体系开拓者。乐视生态是由垂直整合的闭环生态链和横向扩展的开放生态圈共同构成的开放的闭环生态系统，以用户极致体验为核心，通过平台加内容加终端加应用4层架构的闭环垂直整合，打破边界，不断创造全新元素，提供与众不同的极致体验和更高的用户价值，并进一步形成互联网及云生态、内容生态、大屏生态、手机生态、汽车生态。
去打破难以打破的边界，
去挣脱难以挣脱的束缚，
去跨越难以跨越的极限。
去抵达理想中的国土。
怎么大风越狠，我心越大。有一丝尘土，随风在狂舞。 我要握紧手中坚定却又重小的勇气。我会变成巨人，踏着力气，踩着梦，一直往大风吹的方向走过去。
吹呀，我的骄傲放纵，吹呀吹不回我纯净花园，任风吹，任它乱，会不灭是我尽头的展望。吹呀吹呀，我赤脚不害怕，吹呀吹呀，无所谓，让来我你看我在勇敢的微笑，你看我在勇敢的去挥手啊。怎么大风越狠，你心越大，你会变成巨人，踏着力气，踩着梦。现场的各位来宾
Dear guests,
正在网络前观看乐视
friends watching our live show
乐迷朋友们，大家下午好。
from our cloud LiveStream website, hello.
今天的直播
Today, our launch will be different from before. There are 4 things that are different. Firstly, this is the first VR live stream launch event in the world. Secondly, it's highly interactive. There will be many interactions along the way. Thirdly, all of the fans that are interested in our products will be able to put in pre-orders while watching our live show. Number 4, this is the world's most sophisticated launch event in the world, because our launch event goes across 4 different industries, linking 4 smart devices that are seemingly unrelated to each other. So the interactions on the stage might make you confused, but we hope that you can understand what we are trying to give out here. Have you ever heard of the Crazy April? Do you know about our free hardware day? Did you do shopping on our free hardware day? Thank you for all of your support. Now our competitors are not very happy about what we have achieved that day. In fact, that April game has made us the common enemy of the industry. Some people say that the free hardware day was only a gimmick. And some say that the innovation of LeEco is only in the business model, but not the products and technologies. However, in my letter on April 10th, I already explained my position. On April 6th, we announced the first sports membership in China. In my letter that I sent out on April 10th, I started the discussion of free hardware. We announced the free hardware day of April 14th. We don't want our users to pay for the non-core value, which is the hardware. After that letter was sent out, we started a very heated discussion in the market. Our intention was to discuss the future of the industry with our competitors. Some say that the hardware realm will not enable affordability and high quality. We think that maybe that's true in the industrial era. However, in the ecosystem technology era, the ET era, only affordability can enable high quality. That's why after April 14th, we've seen such a great achievement in sales. That was the first time in the history of internet that the sales of content exceeded 2 billion RMB. That was unprecedented. When we chose to make our hardware free, when we stand on the side of the users, we are actually putting ourselves on the opposite side of our competitors. Despite the difficulties of changing their minds, we believe that the long-term value and experience that we can bring to the users will see more followers in the industry. We have shaken the basis of how the industry has survived for many years. And we think it's a natural consequence for us to be regarded as an enemy. However, we also are seeing a turning point of the era. April 14th became the world's first content ecosystem e-commerce festival. This is a very important tipping point of the ET era. Now, content has become paid instead of being free. Also, the hardware value is depreciating. And the users are also forging a new type of consumption value. And we are entering the ET era. Under the ET era, will we be able to push forward the human development just by technological innovations? We don't think so. That's not enough to make breakthroughs and disruptive changes for the social development. That's why in this ET era, we need innovations from a comprehensive perspective. How do we do that? We need to break boundaries and create synergies. If we can break the barriers between different industries, if we can break through the barriers of organizations and break through the boundaries between companies, we will be able to create synergy and make true innovations and share a common eco-world. Our mission is for our users and eco-partners to all find their own ecotopia in our world. We believe that we are at a tipping point of entering into the ET era. How do we get you there? First, we need to have the right values. Ecosystem value is completely different from the traditional ones. To us, the priority is the user value. Secondly, the industry and social value and the enterprise value is the lowest on our priority list. We think that the company value and the shareholder value is not something that we pursue utmost. And now here you can see an overall picture of our ecosystem. Ecosystem economy requires ecosystem innovations. Through these innovations, LeEco has already constructed our 7 future-facing sub-ecosystems: Internet, content, TV, phone, sports, Internet finance, and automobile. I'm sure you already heard of these. We also have the VR, AR ecosystem that are in incubation. Through the vertical integration of the VR and AR industry, we also hope to lead the trend of future technology development. And this is a process of our ecosystem innovation. It's not innovation on one single point, but on all processes, from technology, product, business model, culture, and system. Ultimately, we want to integrate all of these innovations together and form the eco model that can push forward the development of human beings. And that requires us to break the boundaries of the internet and make that the basis of our economy, and use the internet to transform traditional industries and let them integrate with each other and create synergy. Inside our ecosystem, the core is our EUI. EUI is a system that's vertically integrated and works across devices. We've made many innovations here. Firstly, idea flow interaction, also multiple desktops. And we make desktops as platforms. So the hardware, content, device, and applications are all open to our partners. So this EUI hub will be able to help us transform internet technologies. From platform, content, hardware, software to application, we hope to break the existing boundaries and create innovations. And this is a very good example of our product. With this simultaneous live stream, you'll be able to see 9 simultaneous live streams at the same time. For sports fans, you'll be able to watch 9 different games in the world simultaneously. Like that. It's super cool. There's something even cooler. We can allow you to watch one single game, but from 9 different viewing angles, so you won't miss any exciting moments. For traditional cable TVs, you can only watch things that the directors let you to watch. But here you can watch different angles. You can follow your favorite athlete. And there's one angle, one camera that just follows this athlete. We were able to do this because we created cross-boundary innovations from the platform, content, hardware, the player software, and the application to our desktop. That's how we were able to achieve this technology. Also, multiple desktops. Our phones are truly open, and it broke the rule set by Apple. That was actually not very user-friendly. Also, super voice recognition. It's easier for you to talk and interact with your devices. And super voice recognition will also help greatly in our cars. We can also call a car and hail a car just by a single single voice command. Some people depend on this every single day. But when you are using this app, it's actually quite a complicated process. And we're showing you a better experience. In the past, you need to take out your phone, unlock it, open the app, and choose your destination and put in all of the information. And then you can call a car. However, in our integrated ecosystem, you only need to do one thing. Take out your phone, say something to the phone, and you're set. This is the synergy between Yidao and LeEco. We also have a voice print-based eco app. Voice print recognition will be very beneficial for future products. Only by identifying users can we achieve synergy and win-win situation with our partners and can provide better user experience for our users. Only by integrating vertically, the ecosystem will be able to provide a lot of values, but we take it one step further. We want to break the boundaries between apps and devices.
As we all know, the traditional TV, phone, and automobile industry are actually controlled by some major players. For instance, Samsung is the company for TV and Apple is the company for smartphone. BMW and Audi are famous for the cars they built. However, all of these industries have become isolated from each other, and that causes a lot of trouble in your daily experience. Every device is an island. Therefore, all of you sitting here today, I believe you must have felt this. Maybe you're driving a supercar that costs you $1 million. However, the internet application in the car still stay in the last century. Shall we change this? And who will be the company to do that? We believe there is only one way that can do that. That is the ecosystem-driven innovation. Well, the vertical integration can work across all devices. That's the reason why we can have the LiveStream live broadcasting and multi-desktop functions. Well, the voice recognition technology across devices is also of great importance to us. In the future, we will have autonomous driving, we will have semi-AD and full AD. At that time, what will be the best way of interaction? That will be talking, which needs a super voice recognition function to be applied on all the devices. Only in that way can the experience be ultimate. And later, you will get a taste of the function that we are talking about. Well, for all the disruptive functions, features we have mentioned, it all relies on our strong capability of R&D. Through a few years, we have filed for more than 2,000 patents. We have 67 patents for the LiveStream live broadcasting. And we are really glad to see more competition. On April 14th, we already achieved the free-channel live broadcasting. And I said to the whole industry that if Apple can achieve free-stream live broadcasting within 1 year, then maybe we're wrong about Apple. Well, today we go even further, LiveStream live broadcasting. And today, we want to call for more competition on the technology side in the industry. Well, for competitors, if you can work out your 9-channel simultaneous live streaming, we will be willing to pay them whatever you want. So from today, there are only 2 types of UI. One is EUI, and the rest is other UI. Well, next up is the first product, that is the Super TV. As we all know, we spent 2 years to disrupt the TV industry. What we are relying on is ecosystem-driven innovation. Well, on the product side, we haven't stopped our pursuit of ultimate experience for even 1 second. We want to provide product life cycle performance. That's the reason why we adopt best chips in the world. We adopt the M-Star chip as well as the Qualcomm Snapdragon 810 chips. Well, for our Max 70 TV, that's the only TV set in the world with Snapdragon 810 chip. Well, for the rest of the manufacturers, they don't see the great benefits brought by Snapdragon 810. And for Sony and LG, as well as other traditional manufacturers, they didn't see the point of us using Snapdragon 810 chip. That is because they are still stuck in the traditional way of thinking. At the same time, we also want to say that we will provide 3G RAM plus 32G ROM. This is going to be a revolution of TV experience. It's going to be as good as smartphone experience. We also support multi-stream high-definition video decoding. Actually, this is the 9 channels we have just shown. We can find different games, different sports, and you can be a golf fan, a Formula 1 fan, or a soccer fan. And if you want to watch several games at the same time, you can use this function. Well, the screen supports 4K and 3D display. It's extremely clear. It also supports high definition. Because we have our sports business growing very fast, so we have to avoid blurring, smearing, and jittering of the motion image. And we have provided MEMC, dynamic image composition technology, that is also unprecedented across the industry. And take a look at the product. It's only 9.9 millimeter thin. That is even thinner than some smartphone in the industry. Well, the Super 4 TV is the real Eco TV with complete ecosystem featuring the ultimate technology. In terms of hardware, we pay extremely high attention to innovation. That's the reason why we filed for 2,593 patents. And our new product, the Super TV 4, X50 Pro and X50, will really represent the innovation and advanced technology in the TV industry. Let's have a look at the subwoofer and the soundbar. And this is Zhou Xingchi, a famous comedian, and Miss Qin Lan as well. And for buyers of our premium membership, you can enjoy a lot of content at home using our TV. Well, next up will be X50 and X50 Pro, the unveiling moment. Wow, this is such a slim design. And have a look at the thickness so that everyone can see how thin it is.
OK。
Amazing. Wow, so slim, isn't it? This is my finger. Well, which one is thinner? Actually, it is extremely thin. Next, what about the pricing? Likewise, well, talking about 50-inch 4K 3D TV, let's look at our competitors' pricing strategy. Wow, the price is really high, almost 5,000 RMB or 4,000, and also they don't have any content or ecosystem supporting their device. Well, how about us? Actually, we insist our principle of pricing the product lower than production cost. This is the price. $29.99 with so many astonishing specs. You can never find another product in the world like this. Well, what about Pro? Well, X50, we have two versions. One is the X50, the other is the CSL edition. And just now we talked a lot about the TV. And now, by going to lemall.com at this moment, you can place an order for the Super TV that we are launching at this moment. Well, why we have this image on our TV? Actually, there are some rumors that we are going to enter the beverage industry, selling some tea beverage, but actually that's not true. However, we really want to include more elements into our ecosystem, especially partners from different industries, so that we can create some chemistry and synergy. Now let's welcome our partner, President and Managing Director He Ronglong from Uni-President China.
Hello, yeah.
Mr. Ho, well, Mr. Jia, my dear friends, good afternoon. Well, I'm from Uni-President. It's my great pleasure to be here on behalf of my company. And we are equally delighted to be the partner of LeEco. Our company is always believing in creating more value. This is similar to LeEco's value. For brands that we have, we believe that many of you are quite familiar with them. For instance, like instant noodle, our beverage. So, our mission is to provide more benefits and make your life better by offering value-added products. Well, thank you, Mr. He. So, do you all want to get a sip of the green tea launched by Uni-President? Mr. Ho says, it's exactly because our two companies have the same mission. So we work together. And now let's expect LeEco's drone to bring our beverage on the stage. Well, actually, the drone, maybe it's very hard for you to see, but we are glad to say that it is developed by the sports independently, designed by us. This is the LeEco Super Drone. Today, we only give you the tip of the iceberg, and you are going to explore more in the future. Mr. Hou says, today we are here to launch one of our products. We would like to invite Mr. Jia Yueting as the first person to experience our spring tea. Well, cheers! How do you like it? Yueting says it's with a taste of the spring.
The bottle also looks pretty, just like our bezel-less ID. Now I'll pass the time to Mr. Hou. Thank you, Mr. Jia. And thank you, LeEco, for giving Uni President this opportunity. I will take about 3 minutes to introduce to you a new product of Uni President Green Tea. It's called the Springtime Limited Edition. Our theme is a fresh breeze of spring. How is our product going to be different? From the materials, from the processing, and from the packaging, what are our products going to bring you? In terms of raw materials, Uni President Green Tea only picks the 100% genuine spring tea. The production and the yield of this kind of tea is very low, only about 10 to 15% of the entire tea market output. Also, it has a very short life cycle. It only has about 1 month of tea picking window. This new product tastes like Maofeng. Maofeng green tea is a very famous traditional Chinese green tea. With our 6-hour process, we're able to retain the aroma of the tea. And we also have a very trendy packaging. And now let's take a look at our product. We actually have the design from a design house that has won the Oscar of the advertisement industry, Penward. It gives you a very strong sense of spring. Therefore, we believe that our 100% authentic spring tea, the Maofeng taste, and our pretty packaging will make our consumers very happy about our products. And on the 26th of April, we'll be able to launch this product on the mall. And let's look forward to that. Thank you very much. Now back to Mr. Jia. Thank you, Mr. Hou. The next part is a very important part. A few days ago, I said on Weibo, we will disrupt an industry that has remained unchanged for decades through revolutionary technologies. So which industry are we talking about? I'm talking about the music industry. How does that relate to LeEco, actually very closely related. In our TVs, you can watch almost all of the concerts, the high-end music shows that cannot be seen elsewhere in China. We have unparalleled viewing experience for live stream concerts. The revolution that we're initiating is an audio revolution. Let's take a look at the current situation of the audio experience. Many users have been brainwashed by the current status quo. People might think that hi-fi is already good enough, but actually, in the eyes of the professionals, this is a compromised experience. From the 80s to today, all of the phones that you use are still analog audio phones. When you use the 350 jack and plug your earphones in, you're already using an analog audio. It's just as watching cassettes or listening to cassettes even till today. That's why we're here to change it. The listening experience in the analog era is terrible. That's why we are changing it. First, we want to get rid of the 350 analog jack. And then we'll take one step further and get rid of the hi-fi phones. Now everyone else is promoting the capabilities of their hi-fi phones. Why are we doing the opposite? Well, that's our spirit. Today, what we're launching is a brand new digital audio standard. Through more than 400 days of work from a team of 100, we are bringing you a new audio standard. That is the CDLA standard, the continual digital lossless audio. So we can provide end-to-end lossless audio. We call it CDLA, Continual Digital Lossless Audio. How's my English? Maybe not so good. First, let's take a look at the differences of our earphones compared to the traditional ones. For the traditional ones, the signal is sent from CPU to the hi-fi decoder, and then the problem starts. Through the decoder, digital signal is converted into analog signal. Through the 350 earphone jack and the cable of the earphones, the signal goes into the audible units of your earphones. In this process, actually there was a very big loss of audio. But if you take a look at the bottom, in CDLA, the signal goes from the CPU to the Type-C jack, and then it goes into our customized chip, professionally customized decoder, into the audible units. The entire process is digitalized. That's a huge revolution that has not been achieved for 30 years, but we did it. Only with this new structure we're able to achieve end-to-end lossless audio and can give you the ultimate experience of digital audio. And music will enter into the all-digital era. And this is to show you how the signal is lost. On the top, you can hear that. You can see that when the signal goes from the smart devices through the loss, most of it has been lost. In comparison, through the CDLA standard, from 90 decibels, the entire process is digital. So you're able to achieve almost no loss at all.
其实是无损的，还有90 dB， 但这是在我的强烈要求下，我们的研发团队
With my
非常不
request,
情愿的把90 dB 改成了89 dB。
our R&D team changed the 89 decibels from 90 decibels, but actually is virtually no loss.
一个同样一个音源，通过乐视的
With the same sound,
通过现在大家所有的
you can see a difference
或者 HiFi 手机出来
of the
的
signal
整个的音质的对比，
comparing the past ones and our CDLA standard.
革命性的。
It's such a
同时
revolution.
我们又做了大量的研发工作，
Also, we have done a lot of R&D work
专业的定制芯片和
with our
专业的解码器
customized
变得
chip
更小，
and customized
当它
decoder.
放入到
We try to make it smaller
更加高度的
because when we integrate them into the earphones, they need to be smaller in size.
的乐视的
So we have a minimum spacing and maximum integration earphones. Every earphone has its own ID with a independent CPU
元器件，
and
这在原来的
hundreds of
整个
components.
的传统耳机时代都是不存在的。
This is non-existent in the
所以
current
我们的这个标准
earphone industry.
将会引发
So our
全新的
standard
互补效应，希望能够让
will be
整个
able
的音
to
乐
start
产
a
业和
new
音乐产
cascading
业
effect
真正进入到数字化时代、
and
智能化
push
时代
the
和生态化
phone
时代。
industry and the earphone industry
刚才
into
已
the
经介绍了
digitalized
所有
industry.
的每个环节都是全数字的，每个环节。
Every process is digitalized,
当
no loss.
这个耳机具有独立的计算能力
And
的
how
时
is the
候，当这台
earphone
耳
smart?
机具有独立的 ID 识别能力的时候，其实它就可
The
以自动
earphone
判断
has
出来
its own independent
是谁
ID,
玩哪一个耳机，
so it
插到
knows
什么样的手
who's
机，
using
是
this
谁需要
earphone
听什么样的音乐，
and
它能够给你
putting
实
this
现
earphone to
完美的
which
个性化
phone
的
and
精
will
准推荐
provide you
个
with
性化的
the
智能推荐以及个性化的
recommendations according to your preferences.
所以这四大好处，无论是身份识别，还是功率控制，还是
So ID
专属优化音乐，还
identification,
是智能的音乐推荐，其
personalized
实
music
给大家带来的提
recommendation
升会是非常
will
不
be
一样
able
的。
to give
特
you
别希望
revolutionary
大家能够
changes
真
to
正的
your
拿两个手机，一个
experience.
CDLA 的手机，一个
When
普
you
通的 HiFi 手机
compare a
去听
common
一个数字源的
hi-fi
音乐
music
来感受
and
一
a
下
CDLA
它们是多么巨大
phone,
的
you'll
差
be
异。
able to
生
see
态
the
化
difference.
这项技术绝不仅仅是对手机产业的一个革
Also,
新，而是希
more
望能够
eco.
推动整个音乐产业
We want
实
to
现
push forward the
产业链
development
的
of
实
the
质整合。
music
正像我们
industry
的乐视
to
体
make
育
it
一样，
more
经历
vertically
通过2年多的
integrated,
发展，通
just
过
as
全新
our
的
sports
生态模
company
式
has
通过我们
done
的
to
产
the
业链的
sports
实质整合
industry. Through
又
the
打造出
vertical
一个全
integration,
新的全球化
we
的互
created
联网企业产业公司一样，
a
我们
new
希望
global
能够和
ecosystem
全音乐
sports
行业的
company.
合作伙伴一起，
So we want
能够
to
通过音乐产业的产业链垂直整合，打造一个全球化的
combine our efforts with other
音乐产业，
companies and push for the development of
打
the
破边
music
界，
industry
生来自由，声音是
for
需要自由
boundless
的。
sound. Sound
所以
is
我们
supposed
今
to be
天
boundless.
希望能够把我们所
So
创造的这
today,
个
we
CDLA
want
的标准
to
能够分享给
share the CDLA standard that we've created to the entire industry. And we are very happy to have invited a top
既
musician
是最优秀的音乐家，同
artist
时又是 Feel 耳
and
机的
an
创始人兼董事长汪峰先生。
entrepreneur, the founder of Phil Earphones, Mr. Wang Feng.
谢谢汪峰。
Thank you, Wang Feng.
贾总好。
Hello,
现
Mr.
场
Jia.
的所有朋友们，你们好。
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
特别荣幸，
I'm
今天
very
可以来到
honored
这里
to be here
Phil
today
和乐视走到一起，
and see
来见
how
证
LeEco
全
and
新
Phil
的
go
数字音
together
频时代。
and
Phil 耳
experience
机
the new
一直
digital
是
music era.
追
Phil
求
earphone
极致的声音追求
is
它的用
committed
户
to
也全
providing
都
you
是
with the
热爱音
ultimate
乐
audio,
热爱生活、追求
and the
品质的
users are
这
all
些
high-quality
热血
users
青年。
that want
那么
to enjoy
今
the
天来到
life
这
to
里
its utmost.
我觉得是因为
I'm here today because Phil Earphone have the same pursuit as LeEco. That's why two geeks, Mr. Jia and I, come together today. Mr. Jia says, yes, not just for the improvement of the audio quality, we also want to use our partnership to push the entire industry forward. Wang Feng says, the core of our partnership is within the cable transmission realm. Type-C and CDLA standard might seem very dry, but actually it's providing you with the best sound quality. And this improvement is revolutionary in the music industry. I'm very happy to see this partnership happen. And our first model will be launched in 1 month, and you'll be able to put in orders on all of the platforms of Phil and Le Mans.
整个 Phil 会全面的接轨 Type-C 的接口，
and Phil earphones will also adopt Type-C connectors. And I'm very honored that Mr. Jia and I are walking on the edge, on the upfront of the industry. Mr. Jia says, I'm very happy to see that you're already a person that's bringing the changes to the industry.
This is of epic meaning to the industry, and we believe more and more music fans can get a chance to enjoy digital music to the most. Well, how do we look at CDLA standard? We believe this is gonna be a leading standard for the digital music industry. And we have also won recognition from an authoritative music association. Would like to witness the coming moment of the certification of CDLA by China Musician Association. Let's welcome Chairman Liu Yuan from the Academic Committee of Pop Music. Mr. Liu, welcome.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Mr. Liu, for coming. Liu speaking. Hello, everyone. CDLA, as a new standard, is certified hereby to witness a new era of the music industry. Taking today's opportunity, we'd like to extend the certification to LeEco. We would certainly like to see more opinion leaders such as Mr. Jia Yueting and Wang Feng to do more in pursuit of the ultimate music experience. Well, thank you, Chairman Liu. Let's make this moment forever. Thank you, gentlemen. This is a major technology launch. The reason why this technology can bring revolutions to the industry is because the business model of ecosystem-driven innovation and our open-loop ecosystem. At the same time, we'd like to announce that the second generation of superphones, which are also going to be launched today, will support CDLA standard. Now it's the second strike on Apple. Actually, on the launching event of last year, we initiated the first round of attack on Apple. And people were not that impressed by what we have done. However, committed as ever, we have every confidence to believe that we are going to make it. What we are trying to do is to disrupt the current status, which is the market monopolized by Apple. So let's have a look at iPhone SE. Well, a lot of things to talk about. Well, actually, the 7 points that we are trying to raise echo with many people's opinion, or people just don't have the courage to say something like this against Apple. Last year, we said Apple has already reached its peak, and Apple is already in the way of the development of the mobile industry and innovation of the mobile technologies. I won't elaborate all the 7 problems. Well, when technology innovation has become something only about replacing the product case, that is not something we want to see, and we hope that LeEco can launch something of true innovation with our ecosystem. Well, when we talked about targeting Apple last year, we were loved by many. However, we will carry on. Dare to dream what 99% of the people doubt, and you have earned that 1% chance of success. We believe in that 1%. It will come, trust me. It's exactly the spirit of adventure we have at LeEco. We stand a chance to lead the future for the industry. And we forget about cost. It's exactly what we have done that has changed people's way of consumption. Well, many people are willing to pay for the high brand premium of Apple. However, we believe this era should come to an end, because LeEco is going to launch its new generation of superphone. What's even more important is that the basic business model is going to change. Today we launch 3 products, Le2, Le2 Pro, and Le Max 2. Well, starting from Le2, we launched the Le 1S on October 27th last year. It has become a sensation in the industry. For all the phones above 1,000 RMB, we found that we had no rivals. We're so good. When we used the Helio X20 chip, we found that we are actually the first to use this chip. And we were told by the supply chain people that this chip has been very scarce in the industry because other companies are copycatting LeEco's approach. And LeEco has actually bought all the Helio X20 chip from the industry. We believe Helio X20 is going to be a perfect processor in the world, and this is the first deca-core processor adopted by a smartphone. At the same time, we also have the new tri-cluster CPU architecture that will reduce the power consumption by 20%. What's even more important is that we want to provide 3 gigabits plus 32 gigabits. And that's the reason why we adopt eMMC 5.0 and eMMC 5.1 in order to make the memory even better. And have a look at our Android score. That is almost 100,000. Phenomenal in the industry. At the same time, we have also provided the in-cell display, which can guarantee the experience of our display is actually peerless in the industry. Well, in-cell screen is always used by phones priced at above 3,000 RMB. And actually, the blue light filter can help us to reduce eye fatigue. At the same time, we also achieved breakthroughs in terms of the brightness. Well, when you are reading something before sleep, we can provide 1 nit brightness, and we can also provide 500 brightness when you are reading something under the sun. Well, talking about camera, the One S leads the 13 megapixel plus 5 megapixel camera combo. Well, this time, we will provide 16 megapixel rear camera and 8 megapixel front camera. The imaging effect is going to be extremely good. We also provide PDAF and closed loop as well as other technologies. Take a look at the photos taken by our phone. Well, look at the details. Another cool technology is fast QR code scanning. Well, for many people using Android phone, it has become a headache because you need to spend a lot of time trying to finish the scanning process. Well, the tool has made a difference. Extremely fast scanning. And you don't have to scan the whole QR code. Only by scanning half of it will do. So fast. While for the front camera of 8 megapixel and 1.4 micron pixel, this is something that's very hard to find among phones priced at above 3,000 RMB. Well, for iPhone SE, actually the front camera is only 1.2 megapixel. Well, what is on Tim Cook's mind? Where is the benefit of users reflected on iPhone SE? We are disappointed. Well, don't tell Cook what I said. Actually, Tim is not the reason why we are disappointed. Actually, the root cause is the change of the era. It is the change of the era that has made Apple decline. Well, what about beautifying function? And at the same time, we also provide better communication technology. We support dual 4G reversible connector and all carrier compatibility. Well, actually, in terms of the internet speed, it is 2 times of the traditional internet speed on your phone. We also support VoLTE. Well, for the touch, we officially launched this function. Well, when a phone is dead, what you can do is to use your finger to initiate the camera within 1 second. Well, for industrial design, we also upgraded our products. We have the dopamine red as a new color that we have to offer. And in terms of symmetrical design, it still looks like the Baymax. Well, for many competitors, they are doing exactly what we are doing. And what about aesthetics of light and shadow? Wow, that's amazing. And for the light weighting of the phone, it is so much lighter this time. We also support low flash charging. It's the new generation of the charging technology. It can have a smart adjustment of voltage. And there can be several different shifts when you are charging your product. And LeEco support CDLA standard, as we mentioned. Well, for all the 6 unique functions that we have just mentioned, they are rare to see among phones of the same price range. Well, so many functions, I don't have the time to go through them one by one. Well, how can we become the industry benchmark? The first phone to set up the CDLA standard, the first phone to have Helio X20 processor.
Also, the first phone that supports VR. How cool is this? Now, let's see something even cooler. Super killer of our LeEco Pro. You will know when the super killer arrives what will happen. First, let's take a look at the chip. Helio X20. It's even more. The X25 is even stronger in performance. And we also provide 4 GB of RAM. Why do we have such high requirements on our RAM? And some think that we are merely competing on the hardware levels. But when you take a look at the top-ranking competitor products, they are still using 1 gigs or 2 gigs of RAM. But for the LeEco, we want to provide a brand new experience, and that requires a higher RAM. So we have better experience for our users. And the score is already 103,000 points. And that's how we're going to achieve that with the ecosystem synergy. The back camera is upgraded to 21 megapixels. It also uses Sony's IMX230 ultra-large image sensor, only one of 2.4 inch. We used more than 540 days to elaborately debug. That's what we used in LeMax, which is sold at 3,000 RMB. So I think the 2 users will be able to shoot high-quality pictures, just as our LeMax does. 21 megapixels. So much better than the 12 megapixels of Apple's products. Aside from the camera, we also made a major advancement in industrial design. We have the bezel-less design 3.0. We used triple anodizing processing to achieve this. Visually, you can see no visible bezels at all. A comparison side by side. On the LeEco Pro, you won't see the 2 very slim metal edges anymore. And this requires very highly on cost and on the processes. But we still achieved it with triple anodizing process. The LeEco Pro also supports CDLA standard. What advancements we have made comparing LeEco Pro and LeEco? And this is a summary of LeEco Pro.
再加上乐视完整生态的魅力，实现超
With
必杀，
these
应该不是
specs
什么难事儿。
and the ecosystem capability,
通过
we're
我们
able
的
to
努力，
present you with this
相信
super
会成
killer.
为行业标
We
杆。
believe that it will become yet a new standard and a new benchmark product of the industry. This is
这
LeEco,
是我们的 Live 桌面，同时
our
记录
live
视频
desktop, and 9 simultaneous
这是黑灰
streams.
色和金色，这是一个乐2的汇总。
Black, golden.
右边是我们的乐见桌面，左边是我们的 Live。
On the left, you see the
看看乐
live
2 Pro， 真正的无边界。
desktop and LeEco Pro.
虽然很多友商在嘲笑我们的无边框 ID，
Although a lot of our
但是其实可以
competitors
看到
mock
全
us
行业都往这个方向
on
来。
our bezel-less
所以
design, but they are
我们
following
会在无
suit.
边框 ID 这个领域会越走越远。
So we will be going even further on this
真
route
正的显示无边框。
until one day we will be able to achieve completely no
这是它的背面，
visible bezel.
是不是非常美啊？
And this is the front of it,
真正的摄人心魄。好，这是它的绘图
breathtakingly beautiful.
接下来我们看看我们乐2
Now
和乐
let's
2
take a
Pro
look
的一个视
at
频展
a
示吧。
video of our LeEco and LeEco Pro.
是否追求着一个完美的终点？但完美有终点吗？它不过是下一个终点的起点。超越起点，乐2 Pro。
好的，接下来就是
All
见
right.
证我们乐2和乐2 Pro 的
Now is
超
the
级时
time,
刻了。
the
大家
unveiling
可以看到，
moment
在
for
电视
our
当中
LeEco and
已经
LeEco
把我们
Pro.
的手机展示出
In
来
the
了。
TV commercials,
看看我们今天怎么来一
you
个魔术，
already
从我们的电视
saw our
当中
products.
取出我们的超级手机。
And now let me
这个光线
take
太亮
out
了，
the
很容易穿
phones
帮哎。
from the TVs.
算穿帮吗？
Did you
其
see
实
how I
已经
did
穿
it?
帮了，还是这个技术不够娴熟啊。
The light was too bright.
这是我们的乐2。
This is our
首
LeEco.
先，大家可以看到它的 ID 无边框，
Here you
全天
see
无玻璃，然后
its
Type-C
bezel-less
接口
design, the Type-C connector,
然后可以再来看到我们非常震撼的它的顶部。
and on the
大家可以
top,
看到它的顶部已经
you can
极
see
致地
that
简约了，已
it's
经看不到
very
那
simple.
个令人厌烦的
You
3.5
can no
毫米
longer
的
see the 350
这是不是
earphone
非常的
jack.
震撼？这是我们的背部，
On the
采
back,
用了单天线条的技术。
we have
再看我
one
们的
single
logo
antenna.
这是第一次
And this is
我们的
also our
全新
logo,
LeEco
our new logo. the first time our new logo is put on our phone
也
products.
会感觉到很酷啊。
How do you like it?
这个 logo 它背后代表的是
This
这是
logo
全球真正的生态
represents
型的手机。
that this is a
所以
true
我们可以
ecosystem
快速地
phone.
来看它的指纹识别打开的速度是非常之快
And
的。
now let's experience the speed
再来
of the
体验一下。
fingerprint unlocking.
打开了，往右一滑，这是我们的体
When
育
you
桌面
swipe left,
这也
you
是世界上
see
第一
the
个
sports
预装了手机桌面的
desktop.
手机，
The
能
first
够
phone in
真
the world
正
to
大量的
pre-install
体育迷
a
们
sports
在看
desktop.
任何赛事的时候
Our
做
sports
到极
fans
致的体验
will
了。
be able to experience this
今
ultimate
天我们看看，我
experience.
们现在正在发布会现，这是我们发
And
布会
here
现
you
场
can
的直播。
see the live
这速
stream
度
of the current
是有
launch
赖于
event.
整个
We can achieve this speed
有赖于我们
because of
整个的
strong
产业链垂直整合
capabilities
所创造的打破
of vertical
创新
industrial
边界的
integration.
这种模式才能够实现。它的速度是非常之快，清晰度非常之高。
The
所以
speed is
体育
very
迷
high
们
with very
可
high
以真正的
definition.
欢呼了。
Sports fans, now it's time for you to enjoy this product.
好，谢谢大家。接下来我们还有一段视频，让大家看
We
一
have
看
prepared another video for you to see how we are able to manufacture this top product.
从令人窒息到处处心跳，我们追求的是乐享无限。灼刻内心的执念，打磨无瑕的感官，孕育至高的颜值，拓宽认知的疆界。我们制造的不仅是手机，是生态，是彼此的世界。乐 Max 2，乐享无限，无处不心跳。
今天我们的手机乐 Max 2将会压
Today,
轴出场。
LeMax 2
Max
is the
我们的
last
理念一
to
直是
be presented
希
here.
望能够让 Max 系列
We
代表
want
当下科技的最极限的
Use the
水平。
Max series
所
to
以它的 slogan
represent
是
the
极限
highest level of
生来
technology.
独孤求败。
It's
那我
born
们接下
to
来就
win.
看看它到底有多么的极限。
Now let's take
我
a
现
look
在
at
用芯片
how
展示
strong it is.
骁龙820，这是目前世界上最
Snapdragon
先进的
820,
14
the top processor in the world, the 14 nanometer process, 2.15 gigahertz, and also a very strong, powerful GPU, 40% of improvement in performance.
选用芯片的时候，
Also, when we
每一
choose
次
the
都选用
chipset,
它
we always
它们所
go
具有最高
for
水平的芯片，
the
而绝不
top.
会做伪820，
And we will
绝不
never
会
use
用一个
the
阉割版
pseudo
的820
820,
做投机分子去欺骗用户。
and we
大家知道
will
谁是
not
阉割版的
cheat
820吗？
with the consumers.
别说出来啊！
I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, but don't say it out loud.
820的巅峰配置，同时更加具有意义的事情，
Also, more meaningful,
希望这一次又能够再次
we
挑
hope
战
that
行
we
业的
can
极
once
限，
again
再
challenge
次引
the
领
limit
整个
of
的
the
手机产业
industry
进入双6时代。
and provide you with 6
6G 的内
gigabytes
存
of
加
RAM
64G 的
and 64 gigabytes
这
of
是不是非常
ROM.
酷啊？
How
希望
cool is
真
that?
相信很多的发烧友看到这个配置，
I'm sure
会
many
激动不已。
phone lovers will be excited
它的好
by
处是什么呢？
this
因为我
data.
们的第一代乐 Max，整个的主频的速
How
度
is it
处理
better?
速度又提升了将近17%，而它的
17%
要比乐 Max
faster than the Max. And actually, the flash memory is also 4 times faster than the Max. While the energy consumption dropped by 20%. What about Android
14
score?
万多分，
Amazing 140,000 points.
这个跑分公司是友商控制的。
And of course, actually, this score testing company is controlled by one of our competitors. We also support dual protocol of QC 3.0 plus PD so that we can have a more smart, faster charging performance. What about Type-C? Type-C port has become such a heated discussion point last year. And after half a year, we made it something everyone understand. That is the benefit brought by our spirit of challenging the extreme technology. And what about screen? Now we are adopting a 5.7-inch 2K Super Retina display. This is such a big boost for VR industry because the headache of VR manufacturer is high definition. Sometimes users can actually feel dizzy when watching VR content. And when you are wearing a VR goggle, you may feel sick in just 2 minutes. However, our Super Retina display is going to solve this problem. We also offer a 2K definition. What about iPhone 6s Plus? Well, its PPI is 401, while for the Max, true, it is 515. And of course, you can see the increase. What about white color gamut? At the same time, we also insist that we are going to use our bezel-less ID 3.0 to provide a bigger screen, a shorter phone body, and a lighter phone body to our users. Let's have some comparison between us and Apple. Well, we see the screen size of Apple 6s Plus, that is 5.5 inch. While our screen is 5.7 inch. However, the phone body is actually 1.4 millimeters shorter than iPhone. Well, try to imagine the handling. And what about the width of the phone? Actually, we have a bigger screen, but a narrower phone body. What about weight? We are 7 gram lighter than the iPhone 5.5, than the iPhone 6s. We also adopt 21 megapixel 6P rear camera. At the same time, we adopt OIS technology. We also offer more PDAF, closed loop, large aperture, as well as other functions for camera. 3 highlights for the Max 2. Actually, it is a huge improvement compared with the last generation of the Max. Well, look at the picture. It's a very challenging scenario for the camera to present. And you can find the contrast of light and shadow. Just beautiful. At the same time, this phone supports global access plus all carrier. It supports bands in 200 countries. And this can be the best choice for business people. Well, what about Wi-Fi? We have the dual antenna compared with competitors. We have 4 times better Wi-Fi under 4G network and 2 times better under 5G network. Well, fingerprint recognition is also something that we want to make it even better. In the past, when there is some lotion or some moisture on your hand, it's very hard to use the finger recognition function. And of course, this is highly challenging area for phone makers. But we are willing to make a try. This is the world's first ultrasonic full metal finger recognition technology. It's the very first time for the Snapdragon Sense ID fingerprint biometric technology to be adopted by a phone. But we are the very first to achieve that. It is very powerful that it can power through all the obstructions such as moisture and contaminants. It also supports biometric fingerprint recognition. We actually are ahead of the entire industry in launching this technology on our product. And of course, CDLA will be supported by LeMax 2 as well. Well, born to win, that is not exaggeration. How do we define the future benchmark of the industry? If someone who knows a lot about smartphone, they will be dazzled to see how many advanced technology we are using. What about beautiful pictures of the phone? Bezel-less design, 3-stage anodizing technology, the front of the phone. Well, you can see the live desktop and the view desktop on the phone. Now let's take some videos about LeMax 2. Great. LeMax 2. This is a rosy gold, and also the gray version. Well, can you believe actually they are of 5.7-inch display? Type-C, triple anodizing technology, and also the new back, the new logo. Well, do you want to get a taste of LeMax 2? Are there any new functions offered by this phone?
这个我们的工作人员已经设成秦岚了。
Oh wow, this is Miss
美不美
Qin Lan. Beautiful?
却非常美。
Wow, she's so hot.
好，我们依然是乐见桌面。
The view
最
desktop.
重要的是，希望给大家演示一下我们的
And of
live。
course, the live desktop.
大家可以看到，这
That's
是
my
完全
favorite.
公网的环境下，
Well, this is under ordinary network connection, and you can find
同时传录
many channels of live broadcasting through our global LeCloud. Actually, now there are 3 channels. Our launch, one soccer game,
大家是不是特别想
and
看
a
这
variety
个
show.
到底能不能带
So
起
what
来？
about the night channels? Can a phone stand 9 channels of live streaming?
对网络的要求非常之高。
Well, it all depends on the internet speed.
有录视频
Wow,
完
9
全
channels.
是在商用环境下，不是演示
Under
环境。
ordinary
所以
environment
在
of
26 号
network
买到
connection,
LeMax 2手机的用户，当
if you
天
can
就
get
可以
your
在任何
LeMax
的
2 on 20
移动环
seconds,
境下或者 WiFi 环境下来体验我们的
you can have a
绝对
demo,
是革命性的技术。
and you will see how revolutionary it is. It is so
但是
cool.
既然秦岚已经出现在桌面了，我特别
Well,
希望
since Miss Qin Lan
有人能
appeared
够
on the desktop
用现
just
场
now,
来做一个对比。
and
刚
shall
才
we invite her
6S Plus 的那个
in
尺寸对
person?
比到的是真还是假？咱们可以拿一个实体的手机
And
来
we
对
can
比一
also
下
have an
有请
iPhone
秦岚女士。
6S Plus to have some contrast with our LeMax 2. Well, Miss Qin Lan approaching.
谢谢秦岚。
Thank you, Miss Qin, for coming. Qin speaking. Thank you. It's my great pleasure to
其
be
实
here.
秦岚能够站在这个舞台上，需
Well,
要
actually,
非常非常强烈的自信心
it takes you
和
a
非
lot
常
of
非常
confidence
巨大的
to
勇气
stand on the
因
stage
为
and courage, of course, because we are together
除非只有
challenging
我们的这
Apple.
种特别要好的朋友才愿意能够
Only
为
my
事实
dearest
说话
friends are willing to join me
感谢秦岚
in，telling the truth.
我们来做一个简单的
So
对比，
thank
到底
you for
这两个
coming
手机
again.
差异有
Let's
多
have
大
some contrast of the two
首先咱们
phones.
把它的屏幕的底部放齐了，大家可以
Well,
看5.5和5.7寸屏幕有多么大的差异。
well, you can see the difference between the two phones in terms
对，
of
但是
screen size.
重要的还在后头，咱们可以看看它的高度。
And
更
what
大的屏
about
幕
the size of the
大家可以
body?
看到，是不是我们5.7寸手机的
Well,
高度
actually,
反
we
而
have a
比
bigger screen, yet
这个
smaller
高度
size
要更矮。
of body.
咱们看看它的宽度
What about
更窄。
width?
更窄，
Well, we are
更窄。
thinner.
然后再看它的顶部，
What about the top?
乐视是多么的极致简约。
Well, as you can see,
3.5毫米的耳机孔是不是大家已
how
经
simplified
不能
is
忍
our
受了？
design. Well, can you still
那就扔掉你们手机的
stand
iPhone 吧。
the 350 jack?
直接扔了。
I
直接扔了
cannot.
是秦岚愿意扔掉 iPhone 吗？
So are you willing to give up on
送我一
iPhone?
支这个让人
Miss
窒
Qin?
息美轮美奂的
Qin
新
says,
款。
哇，
of
那必须
course,
的
I
让我
am
们
willing
一起
to
窒
do
息吧
that,
把
but
这
you
台
have
这
to
台
give
手
me
机
your
送给
LeMax
秦岚小
2.
姐，
真的吗？
真的。
Yuting says, okay, now it's yours.
OK，那这个我就没收了。
好吧。
Have you taken away your iPhone?
我可以拿着这个下去。
这个里头没什么艳照吧？
Well,
这个艳照都在网
Something
都在
private？
都在电脑里，还有我们家的乐视电视里。
well, Qinlan says it's all in my
有艳照也没关系，我
laptop
不会让别人
and
看
in
的，
my
看看
the
就
Super
可以了。
TV.
当然，如果买我们
Well, if
这
you
个
buy
LeMax 2的朋友，可以
LeMax
跟你们
2,
分享一下啊。
I will share with you some beautiful
看一
pictures.
下。
好，非常感谢秦岚。
谢谢贾总。
Thank
好
you.
的，也祝你的下一部作品能够大卖。对了，秦岚刚
Wish you
刚
good
昨天
luck, Miss Qin.
发布了
Oh,
自己
actually,
一个很重要的一个发布，
Miss Qin
开设了自己的影视公司，
started
希望我们
her
的
own
乐视生态
studio
也能够
yesterday,
全面开放给秦岚的
and
公
we
司
are
为
willing
秦
to
岚做
work
出
together
重要的
with your
贡献。
谢
company.
谢贾总，
好，
还为我做
谢谢秦岚。
广告，
哈哈哈。
而且我还
Qin
赚了一台手
says,
机。
I also
而
got
且
a
你
phone
看这
for
艳照也
free.
没有白看。好的，拜拜。
See ya.
是不是的确希望大家扔掉手中的 iPhone 了？
So,
或许今天不会扔，但是我们相信有朝
do
一
you
日大
want
家
to
会
throw
扔掉
away
手中
your
的 iPhone， 大
iPhone?
家会
Maybe not
拿
today,
起中国
but there will be someday
世界最
that
顶
you
尖
are
的
willing to
生态
do
技术手
that.
机产品
because what we are offering is the top-notch, ecosystem-driven mobile phone.
马上我们希望能够和大家
We also
一起来
want
体验
to
一下我们
share
全球首创的 CDLA
the CDLA
音频体验到底是。
experience with all of you.
有请我们的好朋友。
Well, let's welcome 沙宝亮, a famous singer, to the stage.
大家好，
拥抱一下。
How do you do,
大家好，
Yue
我
Ting?
是沙宝亮。
Well, my name is 沙宝亮.
我没有带电话上来。
I didn't bring my phone here, so you cannot take away my phone.
4月13号刚刚参加了。
Well, I joined LeEco's grand event on April 13th. Just after a few days, we are here together again. You can say I'm a big fan, a fanboy of LeEco.
谢谢沙宝支持。
其实作为一个音乐人
As a musician,
声音的
my pursuit of music, of audio effect, is, you can say, very picky. And this time, standing on the stage, experiencing the CDLA standard for the first time will be my great pleasure. Thank you, Yue Ting. Oh, we really want to hear you sing something here. Can you perform a song here for us?
And we will collect his voice here live. And we'll compare a normal 350 jack phone with our CDLA phone. And we can tell the difference afterwards. Sha Baoliang says, I just read a WeChat message. And I watched a new version, a new cover of the same song, 椰子, Wild Child. Yue Ting did it. It was such a good performance. I hope that if possible, can you be at my concert someday? Yue Ting says, that's a very good invitation. So where am I gonna sing? Just right in front of the phones. Maybe in the future, I no longer need to use my own microphones anymore. Can I sing now?
预备起，开始。
怎么大风越狠，我心越大。有一丝飘上，随风轻飘的彩虹。我要深埋心头上冰去，却有种小的勇气，一直往大风吹的方向走过去。吹呀吹呀，我的骄傲放纵，不吹也吹不进我纯净花园。任风吹，任它乱，会不会是我尽头的掌握？吹呀吹呀，我赤脚不害怕，我吹呀吹呀，哦无所谓扰乱我。你看我在勇敢的微笑，你看我在勇敢的去挥手。哇，实在是太棒了！
Such a splendid performance.
我是沙宝的
Actually, I am a super fan of yours.
我们互粉一下。
We'll be each other's fans
自从听了沙宝
then.
版的椰子之后，
After listening to Sha Baoliang's version of Wild
这首
Child,
歌词当
I
中
fell
特
in
别
love.
像乐视的经历。
It speaks to LeEco's experience, and it also tells the story of many entrepreneurs. It encourages all of the entrepreneurs to plow forward regardless of the obstacles. Sha Baoliang says, yes, this song describes how you continue
惊涛骇浪的感觉。
with your dream despite all of the obstacles, and describes LeEco spirit. You continuously disrupt yourself, creating new innovations, and that's really the story of numerous entrepreneurs in the world. Here we see the phones that were used as recorders. On the left, we can see the 350 jack. And on the other side, we have the Type-C. Let's plug them in. All right, let's listen to the analog earphone first.
走过去，吹呀吹呀，我的骄傲放纵，不吹也吹不进我纯净花园，任风吹，任它乱，会不会是我尽头的展望？的确，
还不错，
听起来
唱的还不错。
Not bad.
听起来好像在大家没有感受过 CDLA 之前，估计觉得。
Maybe before you listen to CDLA phones, you think this is acceptable. But now let's take a look at the Type-C one. Amazing.
唱的真棒。
这是一个歌手唱的吧？
是。
Is this by the same singer?
的确能够给大家带来
Our CDLA phone
震撼性的音质。
gives you such a powerful and impactful sound quality. You can hear all of the details. Thank you. Thank you for manufacturing such an earphone, such a phone.
乐视生态会给整个
Thank you.
音乐产业，哇，洪雷大哥，刚才听到我们的 CDLA 没有？
Oh, hi, Hong Lei is here.
接下来，正好沙宝已经来到了舞台上，还
Now,
想让
as
沙
Sha
宝
Bao
来
Liang
亲
is
自体验一
already
下
here on stage, I also want you to experience our
第三个
fourth,
第三个，
our
的确
third
今天的这个交互环节太多了，我已经彻底蒙圈了啊。第三
We're
个
presenting you with
体验一下
such a
全球
sophisticated
第一
event.
次的真正的
I
大型
myself
发布
am
会，通过
confused.
VR 来直播
For
的
the first time, we'll
感受
present
和
you
体验
with
到底
the
会是什么样。
VR
好，
live
请我们工作人员
experience.
拿上我们的 VR 头盔。
Here is our VR helmet.
什么新事物？
是，这是哇，是不是外观非常酷啊？
It looks very cool
是
from
不是
the
得给大屏幕
appearance.
切到我们的？
Now let's switch our screen to
哎，
what Sha
同
Bao
时
Liang
我
is
们
seeing
在
on
我们的
stage.
嘉宾区和记者区
Also
也
in
会有
our guest
非常多的朋友
VIP
也带
zone.
上我们的 VR 直播，看看我们 VR 到底它的体验会是什么。
Our celebrities can also put on these to
好，
experience the
洪雷
VR.
大哥、唐嫣女士、秦岚等等，我们很多好朋友也带上。
Many of our
到底
celebrities
是不是足够的震撼？
are here to experience the VR.
看到了什么？
What do you
是不
see?
是看到完全真正的虚拟和现实完美的融合到了一
A
起？
complete integration of virtual world and the reality.
是不是想拿我们茶几上的手机？
Are you
还有我
reaching
们的
for
绿
the
茶喝一
phone
口。
on our desk?
哦，这是我们虚拟现实当中能够看到的。其实，在未来的生活当中，今天这种
Actually,
直播的场景会越来越进入到我们
in the
普通用
future,
户的
VR
生活
live
当中，
will be a
让
part of
普通
your
用户真
everyday
正的由
life.
现在
A
单纯
common
的
user
现实
will
世
be
界或者单
able
纯的虚拟世界能够把
to
二者
integrate
合二为一，
reality
能够
and
融为一体。
virtual
而
world.
VR 的这个技术绝不单单是硬件
And
的
the
技术
VR
，VR
technology
未来
is
是一
not
个
just a
整个的
hardware
产业链垂直
technology.
整合，才能够打造更加极致的一
It
个
can only be
VR 生
achieved
态。
by integrated
我们希望通过我们的努力，
ecosystem.
通过 我们大量的生态伙伴的努力能够
I hope that through our efforts,
我们的虚拟现实生活。
we can achieve our
谢谢
virtual
上宝
reality
可以停下
life.
来了，哇，又回到了现实当中。
谢谢你的礼物，谢谢。
可以拿
Thank you
走
for your present.
谢谢大家。
好，
Thank
谢谢
you
上宝。啊，我很难平复现在的心情。
Wow, it's such an emotional moment for me right now.
明星亲友们，感谢我们的企业
I
家
want
亲
to
友们。
thank
另外一
our
个，时
friends,
间已经过去了
our celebrity
1小时
friends.
40分钟了，终于
It's already an
要进入
hour
到
and 40 minutes
我们今
into
天
our launch
最
event,
最激动人
and
心
we are
的时刻
going
了。
into the most exciting
大家
moment of
猜一
today.
猜，最激动人心的时刻
Guess
到底
what
是什么呢？
is coming?
好，我们的工作人员可以把我们的摄影师先往旁边清理一下，咱们共同见证
All right,
一个
it's,
非常非常
let's
伟大
all
的时
come
刻。
together and witness this
看来还是我们的
greatest
明星吸引
moment.
力是太大啊！但是我相信，20分钟之后
I believe that 20 minutes
会
later,
让所有的
we
全
will
世界
be
的目光
able
和全世
to
界的焦点
attract the attention
由
of
红
the
雷和
entire
我
world
们唐嫣身上
from
转
these
移到别的地方。
celebrities to
大
somewhere
家相信
else.
吗？好，那先看大屏幕。汽车，
First, let's take a look at the
其实
screen.
乐视造车这件事儿，所有人都不明白乐视为什么
Many people do not
如此之疯
understand why LeEco is so
为什么
crazy and
如此
wanted
之
to
有
go
病
into the
除
car
了
industry.
梦想、使命和疯狂精神
Aside
之外，
from
到底
merely a
汽
sense
车
of
和乐视
mission
生态有什
or
么关联
crazy
呢？
dream, what
首先，
do we
我们的
do
梦想和使命已
with
经讲过很多
the
次了。
car?
我们希望通过乐视的努力，通过我们
We
能够
hope
带动
that
整个
through
产业的发展，
LeEco's
能够
efforts,
保
we'll
护地
be
球生态，
able to
能
protect
够
the
改善
ecosystem,
人
the
类的生活环
environment
境，
of
能
the
够
human
让
beings,
每一个用户都能够
and let
体验
every
到
user
真正的无人
experience
驾驶的
automated
智能
driving
互联网交通
and
生态系
smart
统，同时
connected
让每个人都
mobility
能够
ecosystem,
呼吸到纯洁的空
and
气。
everyone
这是
can
我们
breathe
的梦
clean
想，但
air.
是梦想总要回归现实。
But we
如何实
need
现这个梦想
to
呢？
achieve this
其实
dream by
恰
looking
恰
at the
是
reality.
这个问题所在。
And
大家可以
that's
看到
what we are trying to
这
address
这
here.
这么多的产业其实都是被
As you can see on the screen,
巨头割据的。
many
无论
different
是电视产业的
industries
三星
are
还是
already
手机产业的苹果，还
monopolized
是
by
汽车产业的
different
奔驰
companies.
和
Apple in the
宝马
consumer
等等，
electronics,
他们都毫不相关。
Mercedes
他们都
in
在
the
各自
car
领域
industry.
内的延长线上进行创新。
They are all innovating
但是
in their own
这些
individual
远远
realms,
不够。
but that's not
而
enough.
乐视生态和汽车，
LeEco
我们是认为具有强烈的
has
关
a
联性。
strong
认为关联性不足的，
correlation with the
其实
car
还是对乐视
industry.
生态的理解太过于浅层次。因为
And you need
从我
to
们的
deeply
平台层
understand our
包括我们
ecosystem
的
to
视频云平
understand
台，包
that.
括我们的大数据
From
平台，包
cloud,
括我
big
们的
data,
商城平台和我们的广告系
the
统，
mall,
都和
and
汽
our
车密切
advertisement
相关。
model,
未来的
everything
乐
is
视的超级汽车
closely
将会架
related
设
to the
在
car
我们
industry.
的遍布全球的云计算平台上，遍布全球的
In
大
the
数据平台。
future, the
真正的
systems running on the car will be
我们的
built
这辆
on
汽
our
车
big
拥有
data
强大的
and
血脉。
cloud platforms,
第二层内容
so
层，
they all run the
当一
same
辆汽
blood.
车能够用光速连接互联网的
When
时
a
候，
car is able
那
to
汽车
connect
还
to
会
the
是现在的
internet
汽车吗？
at the speed of light, will it be the
估计大
same
家
car
想
as
象
you're
不出来
seeing
未来到
today?
底是什么样，但我可以肯定
Maybe
地告
that's
诉大
hard to
家，
imagine, but I can
当
tell
汽
you
车用光速联网的时候，
that
汽
when
车
that
绝不是现在的
happens,
汽车了。
car will no
所以
longer be the same.
在汽车之内可以体验到非常完美的视频体验。当
You
我
can
们整个超级
experience
汽
the
车内部
perfect
全部都是大
video
屏幕的时
watching
候，那你在上班的路上、下班的路上可以看
and
到
on your
全
commute
世界
to and
最想
from work,
看的直播节目。
you'll be able to
第三层
watch
是我们的
many
终端层
shows
硬件
live in your
软件
car.
而乐视的超级手机、乐视的超级电视
Our
将
phone
会是和
and
我们的
TVs
整个的汽车的硬件完美的
will
融合到
be
一起。
highly
超级手机的
compatible
芯
with
片、
our
超级手机的
phones.
主板将会
The
是我们汽车的
chips
大脑，超
will
级电视的
become
整个的
the
屏幕和交互体
brain of
验
the
将会是
car. and our user experience will be the same across different devices. On the application platform, it's also closely related to the car industry. Only when we integrate the industrial chain vertically are we able to provide one and only product. LeEco is one company, and we're trying to disrupt so many industries. Do you think it's possible? Maybe 1%? I think we are able to make miracles with that 1% chance. Now I would like to invite the co-founder and the global vice chairman of our car business, Mr. Ding Lei, to the stage. Thank you, Mr. Ding. Mr. Ding just arrived from his trip to the US. On the free hardware day, we also created another miracle on the other side of this earth. From the 13th to the 14th, our strategic partner, Faraday and Future, held its groundbreaking event of its smart connected car manufacturing plant. And Mr. Ding is just back from such a long flight. Mr. Ding says, I'm connected 24/7. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm so happy to be on the stage again. It's my second time to be here. Last time, it was still called MasterCard, but now it's called the Sports Ecosystem Center. So you can see that the era is changing at a fast pace, and this is also a feature of the internet age. Since we launched this project 28 months ago, by the end of 2013, we initiated this project.
Well, 28 months have passed. From the very beginning, a lot of people were questioning us. But now many people are asking me when the car will be launched. That is a big change of attitude. With the strength of the internet company, LeEco is building a new era for automobile industry. As we all know, we have 4 keywords for our automobile ecosystem. The first keyword is e-powered. Actually, we have achieved great heights in terms of our electric technology by working together with Aston Martin as a very prestigious supercar brand. And together with Faraday Future, we're going to share our technology, such as our battery, motor, and electronic control, as well as our VPA platform. We have gotten 833 patents in the past year, surpassing a lot of competitors in the internet industry. While looking at Faraday Future, actually, the break of ground was celebrated just a couple of days before in Nevada. This is gonna be the first modern factory for smart connected electric vehicle. We have 600 robots working at this factory in the future. And actually, Tesla was pretty famous for the robot in its super factory, but they only have 150 robots. Well, apart from the smart driving assistance, we are also trying to pursue automated driving. We have our automation team working in Germany, Silicon Valley, and Beijing. We had Dr. Ni joining us And we also recruited a lot of experts in the area of automated driving. While in the internet era, we don't have borders. What we have is original and open apps. In terms of video, audio, and navigation service, what we are building is a fully integrated experience. We are also working together with Himalaya and Xiaomi Music, many content providers, so that we have our content as well as our peripherals. Well, what about our cloud technology? Since LeEco is a company starting from the industry of the internet, so we had a lot of technological experience in terms of cloud computing. And what we are going to build is a LeAuto Cloud. On the upcoming Beijing Auto Show, we will have many events. Well, the last keyword is social. We believe the traditional way of car ownership should change. That is also a waste of social resources. With our ecosystem, we want to mobilize the resources such as EV, electric vehicle, and parking lots, so that everyone can get a chance of sharing some amazing experience. Well, for the share, that is our time-sharing platform. It is going to be expanded to 7 cities across China, including Beijing, Shanghai, and Shenzhen. What we are trying to build here is a sharing business. And this business is not confined to China only. It will go places someday. Well, another platform, that is Yidao, the ride-sharing app company. We had cooperation last year, and after we became the holding party of Yidao, we see tremendous increase of user number. Well, actually, the recharge has reached 2.3 billion RMB, and we already have 40 million users. And the daily order number has come to 600,000. We set a goal for the future as well. We want to have 1 million drivers, 1 million cars, and the daily order should go up to 1 million as well, because we are already having 600,000 orders per day. Actually, our ecosystem is far beyond what I had just talked about. In Los Angeles, the Silicon Valley, our teams are going to launch an automated driving research institute, jointly set up by an internet company and an OEM. And this research institute is going to be specialized in automated driving. We also are going to have a major cooperation in terms of e-commerce related to cars. Well, the first experience store of the supercar will be completed in the CBD area of Beijing. Well, the sea is coming. We had a global naming event for the sea on April 13th, so that people from all across the world can contribute to the naming of our brand. The sea, as the brand of the supercar, has emerged from many candidates. That is also the brand of our automobile ecosystem. the sea, a future-facing eco brand. Well, for a new brand, we have to say many things to make it effective. And here we want to be very concise that will be a shared future mobility ecosystem. This is a big dream that we all share. We are not simply building an electric vehicle that's smart. Instead, what we are doing is to build a new mobility for the future. Well, of course, building a good car is very important for us. Today, I have brought you a concept car, which will be a great hit. And this car is going to be a car with complete ecosystem and ultimate technology. It's also going to be the first self-evolving car in the world, and it's also the world's first ecosystem mobility tool. We can share so many things about this car, but we cannot share the exact exterior until we launch the product. Therefore, we chose to present you a concept car. And actually, the top speed of this car has been as high as 130 miles per hour. We have gone through the process of being laughed at, of being judged, to being trusted by people. Well, this is the image of the car. It's even cooler during night. The front of the car is a smart screen that can show the specific data of the car when the car is running. And this car can also become part of the private ride fleet, which means that information can be displayed on the front to show this car is available or not. And it can also provide some customizable service to different users. Well, look at gorgeous picture of the car. It's a combination of tradition and modernity. The bird view is also spectacular. The most beautiful angle is this. It's like a flowing sculpture or music. Oh, you all know me. Whenever I talk about a car, I get excited. Well, look at the interior design of the car. Well, it's a very smart foam structure that can surround you. At the same time, it is very natural because we take reference of many living things in the nature. And we also provide HEPA air purifier in the car. What about the instrument panel? It's also highly smart. It can connect your car to the outside world and reflect the data of the running car. And of course, automated driving or autonomous driving is also technology we want to incorporate in the car. When you enter the automated driving mode, actually the steering wheel is folded, can be folded. And actually, we also provide isolated area for each passenger in the car, so that when one passenger is listening to a piece of music, he will not be affected by the other passenger sitting next to him. Well, I don't want to elaborate too much because language is very weak in front of action. So I want to show you a video depicting our first concept car under the sea.
OK， 大家刚才看完丁总的讲解和视频之后，是什么心情啊
？How do you feel?
LeEco， 这是超级汽车的
LeEco, the first car of the supercar. It carries our dream of improving people's living standard and change the environment, as well as our dream to provide future's mobility.
I'm sure you're all very eager to see it in person, right?
哦，声音还是不够大。
I don't think I hear enough enthusiasm.
我们一定不负众望。
All right, I'm sure I will not let you down. How do we get this car up here? In fact, when we mentioned the super voice recognition function, we already did a short introduction. Through our vertical integration and breaking the boundaries between hardware and software, we can use this phone as the driver of our supercar. And now I'm going to call our car out with this phone. Hello, 小乐. Now you can see that without pushing any buttons, I am already waking up the voice recognition assistant. It already opened 易到 for me. And it already located and put in an order for me. And now a driver with the surname Ding has already accepted my order. Now let's wait for this Mr. Ding to drive the car to pick me up.
真的是心潮澎湃。
This is such an emotional
谢谢丁师傅。
moment for me.
这是我们世界上最贵的。
This is probably the world's most expensive ride.
谢谢贾总。我们今天时间关系
Thank you. In the interest of time, we didn't have much time to introduce this car, but we welcome all of you to come to the LeEco booth on April 25th and experience our LeEco and our car in person. Let's take a picture together here with our baby.
啊 ，OK， 好，谢谢丁总。
Thank you, Mr. Ding.
台下休息。哦，是不是真的令人难以置信呢？
Isn't this unbelievable?
的确，你们一点说的都没错，也不夸张。
Indeed.
的确是太帅了。
This is awesome.
我们还有更帅的。
We have something even cooler to show you, and we hope that this time we can show you what represents the future of cars and what is the next generation.
什么才是未来的共享未来交通生活、交通世界
Sharing mobility world.
我实在是太激动了。
Excuse me, I am so emotional right now. I can't even put words together in a sentence.
现在这台车在我们舞台的中间。
This car in the center of our
一会儿
stage.
还要进入到下一个我们的手机定价的环节，所以大家希望这台车就放到中间，
And do you want
还是
this
让
to
它
be
归位呢？
just here or just back
让
to
它
its
如何归位
garage?
呢？
How do you want it to go back to its garage?
哦，你们的要求太高了。
You are so picky.
我们特别希望再次通过我们的这台乐 Max 2 的
But
手
what I'm
机，
doing here is
通
to
过
use
我们这
the
台
phone in
超
my
级汽车的
hand
驾驶员，能够
through this
真正地
driver
让
of
我
the
们的
supercar
让我们的小乐能够
to drive
回到他的停车位上。
our LeC back to its
接下来
garage.
真正的颠覆性的时刻会出现。
Now, the
但是
disruptive
由于
moment.
现场非常复杂的 WiFi 环境，
But
非
due
常复杂的
to
移
the
动网络环境，
Wi-Fi,
有可能
very sophisticated
会
Wi-Fi
失
environment
败，但
here,
是
this might
希
not
望大家
work,
包涵。
but we ask for your
大家
forgiveness here.
期待不？
How eager are you to
好
see this?
再次期待一次。OK， 那我就。你好，小乐，我们需要
Hi,
The
小
C
乐。
回到
We need
它
LeC
的停车位。
to be back to its parking lot.
哦。大家鼓掌吧。
Now, give us a round of applause.
哦，我已经不知道说什么好了。
I don't know what to say now.
其实今天，谢谢大家，谢谢
Thank
你们
you.
的支持。
Thank you for your support.
其实，今天当我第一次
In fact,
看到它的时候，
when I see it for the first time
当它向
today,
我迎面驶来的时候，
when it drives
当
directly
它
to
无人
me,
驾驶、自动归位的时候，
when it backs out to
当
its
全
parking
世
lot
界的
by
焦点、
itself,
全世界的目光
when the
聚焦在
attention of the world
LeC 身上的时候，
is focused on our
我已经完
LeC,
全难以自抑了。
I can no longer hold my emotions back
泪湿眼眶
anymore.
百感交集。
I can't hold back my tears.
哦，是不是这样不好啊？男人
I
不应该这样。
apologize for this. A man should not show
但是
tears or
的确
emotions
没
in
有
front
人
of
更比我了
everyone,
解他背后
but no one
所
else
经历的坎
knows
坷。
more about the
风波
challenges that we have
甚至磨难。
endured.
在非常多的质疑、误解和嘲笑当
When
中，
everyone is
他还是来了。
questioning us and laughing at us, we
今
are
天他
still
终于来了。
presenting this card here today.
他非常顽强、坚韧、执
It's
着
a
的来了。
strong car,
希望大家能够报以
and
他
I
最
hope
热烈的
that
掌声。
we can all give it this biggest round of applause.
谢谢大家的支持。其实，
Thanks for your
在
support.
过去的几十年里，
In the past
真正
decades,
汽车产业的人和我们很多专业的媒体人员都知道
people in the car industry
中
and
国的汽车产
in
业
the car media
还停留在一个什么样的
all
水
know
平？
that
停留在一个
what
什么样的阶
stage
段？
is Chinese car
中国的汽车
manufacturing
产业
at.
更
The
多的
Chinese
是
auto industry
逆向的研发，
is
而且
doing more
是
reverse
飞机以下
engineering than
或者
active
飞
engineering,
机以下车的
and
研
usually
发，更多的是
sea-level cars
抄袭
and
模
below.
仿。但是
And a lot of
这
the
一切
work is just copying
都会随之
others'
而变。
efforts.
我
But
们可以非常骄
this
傲
will
地说，
change.
今天的这一
I
台
will say
LeC，
that
我们第一
with
代的
pride
超级汽车，
that our first generation
首
LeC
先它的定位是世界最
will
高
be
端的
positioned as the most
无人驾
high-end
驶的
autonomous
互联网智
driving,
能
connected,
地级轿
smart
车。专业的人
B-level
应该
car.
都知道地级轿车
in the world.
意味着什么。
You will know what B-level means if you're in the
同
industry.
时，它是100%的
Also,
由我们乐视，
it's 100%
我
developed
们拥有
by
100%的
LeEco.
自主知识产权，
We have our own intellectual property.
所以我们可以非常自豪地说，
So we
正是由于
can proudly say
乐视
that
由于
it's
LeC，
because
我
of
们将会让
LeC and
中国的
LeEco
汽车工业第一
we
次
will
站在世界汽车
have
工业的
the
前沿。
Chinese auto industry
最前
stand at the forefront of the global auto
而
industry.
且更有可能的是，乐视汽车生态这种全球独一无
Also,
二的模式，
this
有
global
可能会让中国
ecosystem
在这次
model
百
will
年不遇
also
的汽车产
present
业历
us
史
with
变
an
革当中
opportunity
成为引领者。
to surpass and lead the trend of the global auto industry
其实
transformation.
肯定有人说了，你们又在吹牛，
Some might say that
你们怎么可能实现
you are
呢？
bragging again. How are
怎么可能
going
一
to
个
achieve that?
小小的乐视又要
How
颠
can
覆宝马、
a
奔驰，
tiny
又
LeEco
要成为
be
世
able
界
to
汽车行
disrupt
业变革
Mercedes
的
or
引领
BMW
者和造风者？
and lead the trend in the auto
其
industry?
实道理非常简单，
I think the answer is simple.
正像乐视的超级电视颠覆了电视
Just
机产
like
业一
how
样，
our
正
TVs
像乐视的
disrupted
超级手
the
机
TV
正走
industry
在
and
颠
how
覆
our phones
苹果的路上一
are
样。
on the road of disrupting Apple.
今天推出的这一台，
The car
LeC
that we have here today, LeC,
又不仅仅是
is
一台
not
汽车，
just a car.
就像我们的超级电视不是一台电视，超级手机不是一台手机一样，
Just like
它
our
是一
TV
个
and
真
phones,
正的通过产业链的
our
垂直整合
car，
通过
is
跨
a
界创新
product，
通过破界化反
of
而形成的一
vertical
个
integration
完整的
and
互联网智
cross-boundary
能电动交通
synergy.
生态系统，
It's a connected, smart
是不是？我们应
electric
该再次为
ecosystem.
我们的梦想鼓掌。
Let's give a round of applause to our dream.
好，非常感谢大家。今天
Thank you
这场
very
看
much.
似疯狂的发布会，同时发
This
布了汽
seemingly
车、
crazy
手
launch
机、
event
电视，还有
presented you
VR，
with
横跨4大产
phone,
业。
TV,
在此
VR,
之
and
前，
car.
世界上没有任何一个公司
No other company in the
做到过。
world had never done
在
that.
传统产业的思维当中，
In the
这四
traditional
大终端不可
thinking,
逾越，这
these
四大终
four
端的壁垒
devices
不可打破。
have high barriers to override. But LeEco will give all of them the same hub, the same brain, the same blood, and share the same eco world.
当乐视的4大终端，汽车、
When the four devices, car, TV, phone, and VR,
我仿佛看到了
are here on stage at the same time, I think I see my ecotopia.
这个生态理想世界正在一步一步地变为现实。
is becoming reality.
我们所有的乐迷
Also, all of our love fans,
生态伙伴
our eco
也正在
partners
从中能够找到属于他们自己的生态理想国。
are looking for their
接
own
下来
ecotopia
我们就会
in our world.
邀请我们非常好
Now
的
I would like to
朋友
invite
能够跟我们一起
a
见
very
证这
dear
个
friend of mine
非常伟大的
to
历史
witness
时刻。
this
有请
historical
马卫
moment.
豪马航、刘
Please,
永好、
Ma
刘
Weihua,
总、唐嫣
former
小姐
governor
和
of
我
China
们的
Merchant
王烈大
Bank,
哥，
Liu Yonghao, New Hope Group, and Tang
谢谢
Yan,
马航，
Miss Tang Yan.
谢谢刘总，
Thank you all
谢
for
谢唐
coming.
嫣。哇，王烈大哥，又见面了，又见
Here
面
I
了，已
see you
经
again.
将近半年的时间了。
It's been half a year.
好，感谢4位最具社会责任感的
Thank
各
you
个
for
行
the
业的
four
最优秀的
representatives of different
最
industries.
优秀的
You are the top
专
influencers
家，能够
and
共同见
experts
证
of
这个时刻。
different
大家都
industries.
知道，乐视造车其实绝不是为了乐视的成功，
As
而是
we
希望能
know,
够推动
LeEco making cars not
更
just
加能够
to
推
make
动整个中国的
to make ourselves successful. We
能
want
够
to
让中国的
contribute
城市
to the clean
不再
air
拥堵。
and to contribute to
位
the reduction
都
of
是
traffic in China.
公益方面的做出很大贡献的人，
And
同时
you
又
have all done a
在
lot
环保方面有非常强的
and
这
have
种
very
意识
strong
和认
social
知，也做出
responsibility.
了巨大的贡献。
You made a lot of contribution to the
让4位
public
谈一下
good
我
of
们乐视超级汽车
event
的完整的
activity
生态系
in
统
China.
会给未来的
Today,
中国
we
未
are
来的
very
技术
honored
和
to
未来的
have
人类
all of
带
you
来什么样的
together
价值。
witnessing this moment with
好，
us.
先请。
So, Mr. Ma, what's your take on this? Thank you, Mr. Jia.
乐视造车
LeEco building a car
神奇而
in
又令
itself
人震撼。
is a magical
我就是因为被震撼才产生好奇心，才加入了
story.
乐视生态研究。
And the reason why I joined your LeEco Research Institute is because I was deeply moved by your ambition and the nature of the ecosystem. Actually, the ecosystem is a kind of environment. And after the changes of geographical conditions, such as chemical and physical conditions, there will be new species generated in the ecosystem. LeEco is like a big platform, attracting many different companies from different industries. Therefore, I believe the supercar will certainly become
谢谢您的支持。
a new benefit to all the people in the world.
做农业的，做食品的。
Well, Mr. Liu of New Hope Group.
生态，这是食品的第一。
Actually,
那么
safety
这个汽车今天
is the
看得非
first
常的震撼。
factor in the food industry. And ecosystem is also very important. I heard about the supercar project for a while. This is my first time to see it in person. Your company has so many different businesses. And now you're making cars. Just like Mr. Jia, I'm thrilled that our Chinese people can make a car of this standard. It's something that we should really look up to, and I will be your first customer, trust me.
是我们一定第一批。
Yue Ting says, of course, you will get your car among the first batch.
唐嫣小姐。
Miss Tang.
看了非常的震撼，
a celebrity. Well, I was so moved. Wow, this car is so cool, it's so futuristic, as if it is part of a movie. When autonomous driving is in front of you, it is so dazzling. And I had very strong confidence in your company and in you, Yueting. We all want to make the world a better place with better environment. Well, apart from building a true electric vehicle, we also want to set up a environment protection foundation so that more people can contribute their share to protect the environment in China. What about you, Hong Lei? Oh, Hong Lei is making a speech. Well, I will improvise. Actually, I have two questions prepared. First, do I need to get a driver, get a chauffeur for me? So with your car, I don't need to employ someone to drive for me, right? Yueting says from semi-automated driving to full automated driving, that is the future trend. There will be that day. Well, the second question is, can I get one as well? The supercar. Oh, you will get a car model, that's for sure. Hong Lei says, I got a lot of presents from LeEco. I have the super phone, I have the 120-inch TV. This time, I won't insist on getting one for free. Well, I'm willing to pay for it. Yueting says, we will give it to you for free, trust me, my friend. As long as we can make a contribution to the environment. I'm willing to give you 10 TV for free. 10 cars for free. Well, that's the end of my question. For such a revolutionary car, do you all want to take a photo together with the car? Governor Ma? Miss Tang and Hong Lei. Hong Lei, why are you holding the Max 2?
Okay. Oh, 太棒了.
Hong Lei says, I just want to take a photo together with Tang Yan. This is my new gift from LeEco. Well, let's initiate the beautifying function. We are good looking enough. We don't need to have the highest level of beautifying on. Wow, you guys are so good looking. Hong Lei says, I want to take a photo with the car alone. I'm sorry for taking too much time. Well, Hong Lei, are you sure you want to take photo from that angle?
Okay. 接下来还有几位好友。
Okay.
以沙宝
More friends
那个先生
to
还
come.
在现场吗？如果在的话，可以
Is Shabao here?
那个合影留念。好 ，OK.
Join us. Let's take a photo
希望
together.
大家能够在这台车上
I hope that all of you can sign your name on this car and make this moment forever.
Let's see. 秦岚小姐，好的。
Miss Qin Lan,
先签名吧。
please
直
sign
接
on
签
the
车上
car.
就可以。对，没问题。签吧。
Just sign it. It's okay.
真的感动，感谢。
Thank you so much.
”好，我也献上我的名字吧。好，签证中间。谢谢大家，咱们一起来合影留念吧。
A photo together.
可以，唐嫣来站到这里。
Well, Miss Tang and Hong Lei, please join me.
今天的这幅照片呢，非常具有历史意义，
Well,
不
this
仅仅
photo
是一辆车，而是
is
把乐视整个生态家族
taking down a historic moment, showing our product lineup of our supercar, superphone, super TV, super drone as well. This is unprecedented.
哦。好的，谢谢大家。
Great. Thank you all.
OK， 接下来我还想跟唐嫣聊一聊我们的未来。
Miss Tang, let's talk about our cooperation. Talk about
为什
our
么刚才
future.
洪磊大哥能够拍照呢？
Well, why you allow Hong Lei to take photo of
接下
you?
来的一个作品，
Well, that's because they are working together for one
乐视生态当中的乐视
production.
影业刚刚完成了一部
Tang Yan worked together with LiveStream Picture,
赏金猎人，
had
很快就会上映了。
starred in Bounty Hunter.
希望通过这个机会，
That
让
is a
唐嫣
new
谈谈
movie.
对赏金猎人的感受吧。
Well, Tang Yan, can you talk about your take on this Bounty Hunter movie? Tang Yan says actually this is a very interesting action drama comedy, and you will see this movie on June 6th in theaters. Well, please support us, support our LiveStream Picture in the future.
现场的和网络视频直播前的朋友，要去
If you
看赏金猎人的话，
are going to watch this movie in the cinema,
超级汽车
please drive.
合张影。
Oh no, you cannot drive the supercar, but at least you can take a photo together with the supercar.
真正的乐迷，我们会
Well, many
用
Love fans
非常颠覆性的
that we're
评价
lucky
模式
to
和商业
have
模式
will
来让每个人拥有。
get more benefits
好，谢谢大家。
from us, especially the
洪磊大
supercar.
哥，
Thank you.
下来，哇，大家实在是舍不得走啊。我们的发布会
Wow,
还没
you
结
don't
束
want to
呢。
leave the car, right?
OK。
Sorry, we still have a launch event to
好
continue.
嘞，咱们继续。
Let's go
到
on.
了最后的环节了。
The last
我们的所有的产
session,
品到现在为止已经亮相完
we
成。
have launched all the products.
就是要进入我们
The
的
next
定
round
价。
is going to be the pricing and sales
首先，
session.
能够在全世界实现横跨4大产业，
Well, as a
打
company
破整个
that
产业边
is
界的
the first in the world to break boundaries
乐
of
视还有技术和产品
industries,
的创新。乐视
we
近
rely
2年
on
总共申请的全球
technological
专利数量已经
innovation.
超过1
We
万件。
filed
这
for
1万件
over
在全世界
10,000
的硬件
patents
公
across
司
the
当
world,
中的数量都
which
是
is
能够名列前茅
a
的。而且
figure
最重要的是，
ranking very
乐视
high
专利的
among
品类
technology
大家可
companies
以看
across
到
the world.
全世界任何一个
As you can
伟大
find
的
for
硬件
any
公司
great
他们
hardware
的专利的品类
manufacturer,
都要比乐视生态专利的品类要少很
they
多。
don't have
我们是真正的横跨了
the
很
wide
多技术领
category
域
of
来实
patents.
现了
Actually, we are a company
破界化反。
working in many
手机
different
电视
fields and
汽车
creating
和 VR 对
eco
我们来讲
synergy.
完全是同一个生
Phone,
态。
TV, car, and VR. They are
所以
all part
在
of
一体
our
时代下
ecosystem,
我们
only
技术
different
国傻
living
我们希望
scenarios.
用户的传统消费观能够
And we
向
don't want
生
to
态
take
消费
advantage
观
of
真正的转变。
customer ignorance. We don't want them to pay too much for consumer electronics. And the exorbitant profit era is coming to its end. In the traditional industrial age and the traditional internet age, well, 90% of the value you get from your hardware is the hardware itself. Well, in the future, the hardware will only be the auxiliary value of your purchase. What's more important is application, internet, and services. This kind of ecosystem-driven consumption view is coming into being. You don't have to pay for brand premium, don't have to pay for channel, don't have to pay for the hardware itself. Therefore, we are marching into the ET era. So how do we price our product at this point? Well, negative profit pricing strategy. We bid farewell to all the premiums of branding and channel. And how do we price LeEco? Let's take a look at the BOM, bill of material. It's about 1,300 RMB. Well, let's don't forget about the 7 major updates of LeEco compared with the 1S. Let's unveil the price. 1099 RMB. Wow, that's a very challenging thing for competitors. What we are trying to do is to provide premium, high-quality, ecosystem-based services to our users through our devices.
These are the specs. At this price, I think we'll be able to win over the market pretty easily. 4 gigabytes of RAM. How much do you think LeEco Pro should be priced at? Last month, you might have noticed a similar spec product. And some specs are even worse. And how much did they price their product? $24.99. This is a competitor comparison. So how much do we sell our LeEco Pro at, our super killer? $14.99.
哇，够震撼的。然后看看我们的友商的。
Now this is a comparison of similar spec products from our competitors. Most of the specs are lower than what we have here. At the ET era, our competitors are still profiteering on the ignorance of consumers, and users are still paying for the premium of hardware. So I'm very confident that our sales number will be 10 times bigger than yours. A simple summary of our LeEco Pro. As for LeMax 2, we still use ecosystem to subsidize the hardware. This is our BOM list, about 2,600. Our first LeMax is sold at $29.99. A competitive analysis of LeMax 2. How much is it priced at? Make a guess. The first generation was sold at $29.99. With the comprehensive upgrade, how much should we price our new product? $29.99 again? There you go, $20.99.
为什么会是这种价格呢？因为
Why?
第一代的乐 Max 我们采用的骁龙810
In
的
the
芯
Max,
片，我
we
们是
used
全是在中
Snapdragon
国骁龙
810
810
chip.
手机这种旗舰手机当中销量最大的。
And
所以
we
随
were
着我们
able
规
to
模
sell
的
the most
扩
number
张
of
我们的成本在逐步下降。我
810
们把
chips,
所有下
and
降的
as the
成本和
volume
全
went
部
up, the
让利
cost
给我们的乐迷，让利
went
给我们的
down.
用户。
We gave all of the profits back
2099
to our users. 2099.
哇，我们也心疼啊。乐 Max 是双600。 6G 内存，64G 存储
6 plus 64 gigabytes.
2499，
24.99.
是不是也足够的震撼？好，我们再来看看友商啊，我们友商同样的
Competitor
要比我们低很多的配置，看看他们的价格。
Our competitors' products are so much lower in
看到这个价格
specs,
之后，也是让人有点
but
羞
so
愧
much higher in pricing.
无论是小米5的高配版还是华为的 P9，的确他们在用户
小米
身
and
上赚到了
Huawei
太多的
have
硬件毛利。
profited too much
我
from
们认为应该共同改
hardware
变。
itself, and we want to change that.
这是我们的汇总版 Max 2双600。
A simple summary of our 6 version of Lomax 2.
从现在开始，应该是从当会
Starting
开始，我
from
们
the
的整个的现货预
at 2
约
o'clock
已经
here
开始
today,
开启了。
since the start of
在
this launch
下
event, we
周
are already
4月
opened
26号10点钟，
for
大家记住这个10点
pre-orders.
钟的日子，100万台现货将会正式的开放购买。
1 million
4月
phones will be
26号
open
上
for
午10点
pre-orders.
希望我们能够再次创造一个记录。
At 10 o'clock on April 26th.
那么硬件复利是我们的全部吗？
Is this all to
我
our
们希望能够
story?
给用户更多。
No,
我们希
we
望
want to
能够
bring
引领
even
硬
more
件
to our
产业由暴
users.
利到
We
微利到
want to
零利
lead the
到复利
hardware
直至逐步实
industry
现
from
硬件免费
price
让用
premium
户
to
只为
free
未来的核心
hardware,
价值买单，
so that
提
in the
前进入
future
到
users
消
can
费
only
生态
pay
消费时代。
for the core values.
我们的会员的价值，大家可以看到非常之高。
And this
乐视影
is
视会员、
the
乐视体育
value of
会
our
员
memberships,
以及我们的乐视
our the VIP,
会员的
the
权益
sports,
非常之多。
and
这
we
是每
provide
年我
many
们
benefits
对
for our
版权的采
members.
购量上百亿的基础之上，
We
逐
use
步实现的。
tens of billions of RMB in
乐视的理念
purchasing
永远不改变，
copyrighted
还是
content.
三句话：
And our
一线科技、
principle stays the same:
完整生态、
ultimate
颠覆性的价格。
technology, complete ecosystem, and disruptive
结
pricing.
束之前，让我们
Before
回顾
we
一下我们
start,
疯狂的4月生态季，从
let us
330发布
review
两台电视机
our
到
crazy
406发布
April.
超优会员到410。
From end of
向全体用户
March
发出一封信到414硬
to
件
our
免费
letter
日
to
到
everyone,
今天发布颠
the
覆性
April
的从化四大
14th
产
Free
业的
Hardware
4个
Day,
智能终端，
and
以
today's
及
launch event
425将要
across
到临
4
的
different
将要到
devices.
来的我们的北京车展上，
And on
在全
April
世界第一家
25th,
互联
we'll
网
be
公
able to
司、第一
see
家 IT
the
公司
first
能
internet
够去参
company
加
to be a part
真
of
正
the
的大的
Beijing
车展
Auto
的
Show.
将会
That's
给大家带
unprecedented.
来一个全新的
We will
生
be
态的
able
体
to
验。
bring you a completely
今
new
天
ecosystem
距离我们
experience.
疯狂的梦想又近了一步。
Today, we're one step
今
closer
天
to our crazy dream. And today, you can do the
打破你思
same.
想的智库，
We just need
只需要
to break
找
free
回
from
你
the
做梦的勇
shackles,
气。
rediscover your
同时
courage,
你
and
也可以
dare to
变成一个
dream.
破戒者，
You
你也
can
可以
be
变成一个
a
能
boundary
够真
breaker
正实现你心中梦想的人。
and can realize your dream.
当一切被禁锢时，
When everything else in life
只有梦想
keeps you
可以
down,
自由流动。
your dreams are the only things that let you fly. Thank you very much.
我要握紧手中坚定，却又飘散的勇气。我会变成巨人，踏着力气，踩着梦。怎么大风越狠，我心越荡，犹如一丝潇洒，随风轻飘的在狂舞。我要深埋心头上秉持，却又种下
谢谢贾总为我们带来无破界无生态的精彩演讲。各位现场的朋友们，大家好，我是乐视的新员工周虎成。不知不觉中，我们共同的度过了3个多小时的难忘时光。在此之前，我们有无数次的猜想，乐视究竟会为大家带来什么样的创新新品。今天，终于我们把蒙娜丽莎们的面纱一一揭
Proposing
开。
today,
现
and
场
today
在
we
座
are
的来宾、媒体朋友
seeing
们，
one
以及观
product
看
after
乐
another to
视
be
全球云直
unveiled.
播和乐嗨直播的朋友们，先人一步， 感受到了乐视带来的创新
And our
生态
fans
产品，
watching our live
提前
show
领略了
online
乐视生态的独特魅力。
experience our
感
live
谢各位
streaming
的出席。
capabilities. Thank you
如
for
果您此刻
participation
意
today.
犹未尽，
If
请您登录乐视网
you
进
still
行
want
多
to
角
watch
度的
more,
直播回看，
please go
再
on
次重温一个个
LeEco.com
黑科技的爆
and
点。
review
我们同时
this
还要感
amazing
谢
event.
我们的生
Also,
态
I will
合作
also
伙
like
伴
to thank
统
our
一
LeEco
绿茶
partner,
对
Uni
本次活动
President
的
Green
大力支
Tea
持。
for supporting
不破
our
解
event.
不生态，乐视新品发布会就
Share
到此结束了。
Eco
各
World.
位现场的嘉宾、客户、
This concludes
国内外
our
媒体
press
朋友
event today.
和一直支持、追随
Media, friends
乐
from
视
the
的乐迷
media
们，
and
再
our
见。
love fans.
请
Goodbye.
持有媒体群访票的媒体朋友们，在坐席
Friends
区
from the
稍作
media,
等待。
please
待其
remain
他
on
嘉
your
宾离场
seats.
后，我们工作人员会引领大
When
家
other
二次
guests
入场，前往各自采访区域。谢
leave
谢。
their seats, you'll be able to be led to the reporting area for the upcoming media scrum.
吹呀吹呀，我的骄傲放纵，吹呀吹不回我纯净花园，任风吹，任它乱，会不灭是我尽头的展望。吹呀吹呀，我赤脚不害怕，吹呀吹呀，无所谓，让你看我在勇敢的微笑，你看我在勇敢的去挥手啊。怎么大风越狠，我心越荡，幻如一丝尘土，随风自由地在狂舞。我要握紧手中坚定，却又飘散的勇气。我会变成巨人，踏着力气，踩着梦。怎么大风越狠，我心越荡，犹如一丝潇洒，随风轻飘的在狂舞。我要深埋心头上秉持，却又种下的勇气，一直往大风吹的方向走过去。吹呀吹呀，我的骄傲放纵，吹呀吹不尽我纯净花园。
请持有媒体群访票的媒体朋友们，在座位席稍作等待。在其他嘉宾离场后，我们的工作人员会引领大家前往各自采访区域。谢谢。
The event has concluded. Please make your way outside the venue in an orderly fashion. We thank you for your cooperation. 活动已经结束了，请您有序离场。开。The event has concluded. Please make your way outside the venue in an orderly fashion. We thank you for your cooperation.
把汽车这儿的面光还是推起来，把汽车面光推起来。
车让主持人多说几遍，然后他这帮人别动，现在都同时在，反正都在西南角准备要下去那种。
西南角。
对。
你帮我直接说。
我直接说。
1号麦推。
请持有媒体群访票的媒体朋友们，在座位席稍作等待。在其他嘉宾离场后，我们的工作人员会引领
Dear friends
大
from the
家前
media,
往各自采访区
please
域。谢谢。
stay on your seat for a little while. After everyone has exited, our staff will lead you to the interview area.
现在就可以摆上来了，他车。群访的时候车罩起来。
啊？车罩起来，群访时候再打开呗。沙发开始摆上，我也可以。
请持有媒体群访票的媒体朋友们在座位区稍作等待。在其他